Hey friends, Lauren here from Sephora downtown Portland. Today I'm bringing you guys a brow tutorial on how to get a lighter brow for medium tan complexions. To see how I achieve this look, keep watching. All right, you guys, so I've already completed all of my other makeup except for my brows. I'm going to use the Sun & Park Beauty Water and a cotton bud just to clean up my brows really quick. Personally, I like to work on clean skin when applying my brows. Product on the skin under your brow can create unwanted texture, alter the color of your brow products, or cause the product to slip. So I'm just going to focus on the brows. I'm not going to disturb any of my other makeup. Now that my brows are nice and clean, I'm going to brush them back in place with a clean spoolie. The first product I'm using is Anastasia Beverly Hills Dip Brow Pomade in Soft Brown. Using my number 22 brush, I'm scooping up less than a rice grain amount of product to place it in the lid. Dip Brow Pomade is creamy and very pigmented. Working from the lid gives me more control of the product. Since I want to make very thin hair-like strokes, I want very minimal product on the angled edge of my brush. To ensure that's where the product sits, I like to wipe off any excess product in a press and swipe motion to keep a sharp angle on my brush. The trick to getting really precise strokes is to start applying from the pointed angle of the brush, then following through. Think of it as if you're making a dot, then dragging out the color. I like to use pomade for this step because it allows me to build realistic hair-like volume in my brows. My goal today is to achieve a lighter tone brow, so light application and color of my brow products are key. I'm using the shade Soft Brown because it's about a shade lighter than my natural brow color, but still fits the undertone of my complexion. Applying hair-like strokes versus a sweeping application of product allows skin to still show through. This automatically gives a softer look to the brow. So I'm just going to continue to make these hair-like strokes until there are no visible gaps in my brow. As I go along, I'm just checking for symmetry to make sure my brows are balanced. I know they're sisters, not twins, but I want twins. Next, I'm using Anastasia Beverly Hills Brow Wiz, also in the shade Soft Brown, to define the baseline of my brow and softly add some height to the upper arch of my brow. I'm very, very softly outlining the arch of my brow to create a guideline for myself. Again, always check for symmetry. Just like with the pomade, you want to use a gentle hand. So using the spoolie on my pencil, I'm just going to go through and brush out that product just for even distribution. Going back into my Dip Brow Pomade, I'm creating a few more of those hair-like strokes in the area where I heighten my brow. Since I use Brow Wiz to raise the arch of my brow, I'm using the Dip Brow Pomade to go back in to make sure everything looks seamless. To lift the shade of my brows, I'm using Anastasia Beverly Hills Tinted Brow Gel in Caramel. Starting at the tail, working to the front of my brow, I'm backwards brushing and wiggling the product into my brow hair. I like to apply it this way because of the texture of the gel. It's a combo of a cream and a gel, so wiggling it through my brows allows the gel to coat the hair, creating a fuller looking brow. Now this next step is totally optional. To amp up my brow a little more and take the shade a tad lighter, I'm going to lightly brush Anastasia Beverly Hills Tinted Brow Gel in Blonde through my brows this time, focusing more in the front. I love the soft luminosity this gel gives my brows, and the hold power is amazing. To clean up under my brows, I'm using the Jouer Cosmetics Essential High Coverage Liquid Concealer in shade Honey with brush number 84. This is the same shade I conceal under my eyes with. I'm going to sweep just a small amount on the back of my hand. You don't need to use a lot. This is a creamy full coverage concealer, so I'm just going to lightly apply it under my brow to give me a little more definition, then blend it out with my finger to soften it. I personally like a really clean brow. Using a concealer under there just really amps up that arch of the brow. To set my concealer, I'm going to go in with a little bit of Charlotte Tilbury's Airbrush Flawless Finish Setting Powder in the shade Medium. Using my number 19 brush, I'm just going to softly sweep this powder over my brow. The great thing about this powder is it sets in the product, but it also blurs out any imperfections. To add a little pop of highlight to my brow bone, I'm using the Makeup Forever Artist Face Color Highlight Sculpt and Blush Powder in shade H102. I'm going to kind of figure 8 in a circular motion with brush number 19. I'm just going to apply it right at the height of the arch of my brow. I'm going to do the same thing on the other side. And again, check for symmetry. We want those brows to be on point. All right, you guys, there is my brow tutorial. Let me know in the comments below what products you like to use in your brows. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Until next time.